Okay, let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not.
Yeah, let me
Now
know.
we can. Now we can.
Okay, great. Thank you. So INCEIF has been subscribing or global financial institutions and the sovereigns, and also the fundamental data for banks and the sovereigns for years. So for today, I mean, this is my account, so you can see all the solutions we have on FitchConnect. But for today, I'm going to let you know the two tabs here, Fitch Ratings, fundamental data, and analytics. I'll show you how to find your research and data. And after that, I will also share the user guide. Just in case if you forget how to create portfolio, how to set up alert, you can refer to the user guide I shared with you. Okay, so you see that we are on Fitch Ratings landing page. So on the landing page, you can see FitchWire latest insights. So for FitchWire, we upload the most recent comments on the entities, on the issues. So you can see this section includes the 29th, which is today, and also some yesterday's analysis. Okay, and for insights, we include our special report, transition and default studies. You can access from here. We also have the latest commentary section and the ESG research. So ESG research are some short comments, so you can get it from here. And you can also see the latest ratings and the financials on this landing page, and also the recent reports. But if you have create any portfolio, actually you can just select from the drop down. I mean, these are the previous portfolios I created for myself. So for example, if I select Asia sovereigns, then I'm able to see the sovereign ratings for that portfolio and some financials. Okay. And on the right-hand side, we highlight some of our recent report and the webinars. And for example, this is the downgrade of the US sovereign last month. You can access by just clicking it to see the analysis. Okay, so this is what you got. Yes.
Sorry, with regards to the Fitch rating, even when I was looking at some banks, some had a BB plus, some had an A plus. What's the criteria of the ratings? I mean, what does that exactly mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. So let me just do this. For example, I type Singapore on the top. Actually, you can get the answer from our criteria. So yeah, Singapore. So you see if there is a right diamond, it means that it is rated by Fitch Ratings. So I click Singapore, it directs me to Singapore sovereign page. From here, we have different tabs. On the first tab of summary, you can find our rating criteria. Yeah, this is the rating criteria.
Okay.
Then you can see the AAA, triple B. Okay, so
right.
This is yeah. So that's the rating criteria. Since we are on the sovereign page, I'm going to use Singapore as an example to show you. Excuse me. The content and data you can find. So we're on the summary page. You can see Fitch Ratings, long-term issuer default rating, short-term issuer default rating, and also the sovereign ratings from the other two agencies. And if you scroll down, we also have the ESG relevance score. The score is from 1 to 5. 1 means least relevant, and if there's a red 5, it means most relevant. So it's the relevance, the ESG relevance to the credit rating. And you can see the current key financials of recent years from for Singapore from here. And if you want to see more years of history, then you can go to our financials tab to view more years of historical data. Okay. On the right-hand side, yes. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So on the right-hand side, you can see the profile. You can see we also have sovereign rating model and the rating models user guide. we have the criteria that I mentioned earlier. You can find the recent research. This is the affirmation of Singapore sovereign at AAA, outlook stable. And we also have the comment, right? If there's any criteria update. You can also see the peers. Peers means that the other AAA sovereigns. From here, actually, you can create a portfolio by just to click this add to portfolio, right? So for example, if I add to portfolio, you can just give it a name, for example, AAA sovereigns. After you save that, and you can track your portfolio, all right? And these are the alerts I created in the past. And then later I'll show you how to create alerts. Excuse me. And these are the past portfolios I created. So you can see that those portfolios with names like Asia Sovereign, Sovereign Global, it all includes Singapore, okay? So this, what you can access from the Summary tab. The second tab is Profile. From here, you can see the profile of Singapore as a sovereign, and you can also see the ratings history, and not only Fitch Ratings, but the ratings from the other two agencies. You can see if you expand it, you can see more historical rating, and all of this can be exported to Excel. All right. You can see last 5 years, last 10 years, or all. This is the ratings tab. And if you have any question on Singapore sovereigns, you see on the top right, we have this Fitch analyst. If you click it, you can see the analyst name. And if you click their name as a hyperlink, it directs direct you to your inbox. Then you can email them if you have any questions. So it gives you the convenience to ask questions from the analyst directly. And then we have the issues. So if there's any issues, senior and secured, for example, you can see all of them and the ratings history. Again, this can be exported to Excel, all right? And we have research. So you can see all the research we have produced. But for your account, you will need to filter because, I mean, this is my account. For example, the top one, this is the BMI report, which is not in your current portfolio. So what you can do, I think in your account, you should only see Fitch Ratings research only. But for me, I just, you know, I select Fitch Ratings. So you can see all the ratings research we have. So there are 124 research reports. You can also filter the types, right? So under Fitch Ratings, if you want to see all of this, like ratings criteria, issue research, or special report, you can just select the one that interests you. You can also filter the dates. All right. So this is the full rating report. You can download from here. Yeah, this is the full rating report. So on the right-hand side, you can see the ratings on a foreign currency, local currency, country sterling, outlooks. We have the key rating drivers. You always can find our applicable criteria in the report. There's hyperlink and also related research and the analyst contact information. The rating summary.
Excuse me, if we're looking at, for example, UAE Islamic banks, are we going to be doing it from this section or will we be doing it from fundamental data analytics section? If we're looking at UAE in general and we're looking at the Islamic banks and we've got financial indicators which we want to search for, would that be done on this side or would it be done somewhere else?
Yeah, it will be done somewhere else. That's a good question. So I'm showing you the sovereign part under this sovereign Singapore. I'm just showing you different tabs to let you know where to find the financial data, how to create a custom view. But you mentioned the example of UAE Islamic banks, right? So we can do that from the other place. So you see that, so we have this advanced on the top. You can click, you want to find a research or entities, the issuers report, like the Singapore issuer report I show you.
So basically what we're supposed to do is that we're supposed to make a comparison of Islamic banks and conventional banks in UAE. So for that, I've picked out about a sample of 5-6 banks. But the problem is that when I go to FitchConnect and I have those indicators and I'm trying to collect data for 5 years, it appears that I have to do each bank separately, each indicator in each year. I can't do a collective group search in which I just select the banks, select 3 indicators and say that I want the analysis for 5 years. The steps that we seem to be doing, the students, it's like take the banks, take 1 indicator, take 1 year, copy, paste, take the second year, copy, paste. So I wanted to know, is there any group search tool in which you can give, for example, the names of 5 Islamic banks and just give the indicators and ask for a report for 5 years? Or do you have to do it on a yearly basis and then export everything turn by turn?
Yeah, if you're looking for data, I believe this can be found from our Excel add-in. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. Shall I leave this question to you when you show the Excel add-in?
Yep, sure, no problem.
Okay, thanks, Jack. So I'll just continue with our sovereign reports. So you can see the ratings summary, their analysis, rating factors, rating sensitivities, forecast summary, credit developments, topic debt dynamics, then the data table with our forecast. Okay. Also the ESG score. So this is what you get from our full rating report. All right. I go back and we also have a news, but I don't think you guys have access to this. So basically, this product allows you to track the sensitivity of this sovereign. So we have this function for sovereigns and also banks. So for example, if you're tracking the positive or negative news for Singapore, you can see it from here. So you can filter, you want to see positive or negative news. I mean, I don't think this is in your current account, but if any of you have interest, we can set up a trial for you to try this service, okay? And then financials type allows you to access more years of historical data from here. You can select the reporting standard, the frequency and period, last 3 years, last 5 period. And then there are different tabs for you to narrow down the data, like key financials, income demographics, balance of payments, okay? Again, you can export this to Excel. You can custom views as well, custom your view. So these are the view, but if you want to edit, you can just click this icon, edit. You click create custom view. From here, you can add more indicators. So let's say, okay, sorry, just do it again. Yeah, so it directs you to create view page. From here, you can just give it a name, right? And then you can select the sovereign financials, for example. If you want to select all of this, you can select just one by one. Then after that, you save it. And then all these indicators will be added to your view. Then you can see all these data items for Singapore, all right? There are also some other tabs like country risk, banking industry risk indicator. These are BMI services. if any of you have interest, I can quickly show you the macroeconomic forecast and the banking industry risk indicator. Otherwise, I can go to the filter function to let you know how to find the research. No? Okay. So under this advanced, we have research. We also have entities. So if I click entities, you can also create portfolio from here. So earlier I showed you how to create a portfolio from the Singapore sovereign page. You can just add to portfolio, then you can create Singapore and Singapore's peers in one portfolio. But from here, you can also create portfolio. So for example, I expand this data items. You see different tabs. I'm just testing this. And for example, we have banks, we have insurance, we have sovereigns as well. For now, I'm going to select all the banks, including Islamic banks. And geography, for example, I select Asia Pacific, or you can select global. For financials, you can filter anything. Otherwise, under credit, under Fitch ratings, let's say I'm going to select rated banks. I tick rated, I click add criteria. Then you can see there are 279 banks that are rated in Asia Pacific. And from here, I'm going to select all. Then I can create portfolio by click this button. All right. So this is one way how to create portfolio. And if I select research, I'm going to change it to research. From here, I can use these tabs to help me find the relevant research. So first tab under Fitch ratings. So this time I'm going to select the Islamic finance. Oh no, I think you mentioned Islamic banks, right? So I'm going to select Islamic banks only. So you see there are 3,271 results. They're in different language, but most of them are in English. Some are rating reports, some are rating criteria. So for example, this is Qatar. This is a full rating report that was released yesterday. So it's quite similar to the sovereign report I showed you. You can see the ratings, you can see our key rating drivers, sensitivities, okay. Significant changes from last review. We also have rating navigator. Okay, I think just now, excuse me. I think you mentioned the country UAE. Then let's try UAE. You can find the country or region from the second tab. We also allows you to select, for example, ASEAN or G12, G20, or you can just tap United Arab. Okay, so this is, I just selected UAE. It shows 447 results. So this is an update report. So if there's any update to the issuer report, we will publish an update. And the report length is slightly shorter than the full ratings report. Like this is the Islamic ISAN management dashboard. Okay. And the third tab, research types, allows you to filter down the different research types. So for example, if you're looking for Fitch ratings reports, you expand it. We have ratings criteria. We have issuer research, where you can find the ratings report. And we also have the tropical research and special reports. So if you want to see dashboard, handbook, outlook, peer review, special report, then you got the relevant results. So the ESG Sukuk dashboard. And there's also Global Sukuk Outlook dashboard, which is quarterly updated. Okay. So we also have the portfolio tab. So earlier I showed you how to create a portfolio. From here, you can just click the portfolio you created. So then you got the results under those portfolio, the results of the research types. We also have topic. So under Fitch ratings, we have quite a few, like cyber risk, economics, ESG, financial regulations, Islamic finance. Anything you click, you can see the relevant research under that topic. For example, Islamic finance. Okay. And let's say you track certain things on a regular basis. You don't want to take those items every time. You can just save search. So for now, I select Islamic finance. I can also filter the region. You can also narrow down the sectors. After you've done so, you can save as new and give it a name. For example, Islamic finance. After you save it, and next time you can just go to my searches, you select that, and the results will be automatically popped up. All right. So that's the place under advanced. You can either select entities or research or even issues to find the relevant research, right? Or entities report. On the top, we have this bell icon. It's alerts. So if you create alerts and you can create alert settings, then you can set up your own alert. But maybe I can talk with Melissa after the session how to make good use of this function, because currently you guys only have a 4 user access. So basically you click alert settings, you can see the portfolios you created on the left-hand side. And let's say I'm gonna take Asia sovereign. For Asia sovereign, we have ratings, we have research, we have other financials. For example, under this ratings, to expand it, you can just select the type that you want to be alerted. For example, I want to be alerted whenever there's ratings change, be it long-term or short-term or national ratings. So I just select all. And same for the watch, outlook. I want to be alerted on everything. So I just select all, and you just need to turn on this alert, turn it on, and receive alerts frequency. We have real time, we have daily, we have weekly. So if you select weekly, you just need to select which day you want to be alerted and what time, at what time. Once this has been set up, so whenever we publish the research relevant to this portfolio, you will be alerted in your inbox. Okay, and I think I covered everything. And every time if you have any questions on the research or data, you can reach out to our client services team. So we have one in Singapore, and we also have a Hong Kong colleagues in Hong Kong and Tokyo. So if you click this, you can either call them. I mean, you can call them from this number, or you click it to send an email to them. You can always copy me, and we'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Is there any questions?
Excuse me, is there any email address? Like, do we have your email address if we have to if we want to post any questions later on while we're actually doing the research?
Yes. So once you click this Singapore, for example, so we have this contact client services team at the bottom of the platform. You click Singapore, and then let me just, so you can send email to them. Can you see my email? So you got the email address. Yeah, then you can copy me. Yeah, then we will make sure to get back to you as soon as possible.
I don't think we have your email address to copy you in the middle.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I can reply this team meeting after this session so that all
Great.
of you have my contact information. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, no problem. I think I covered everything. You can still let me know if you have any questions later. For now, I'll pass it to Jack to talk about our Excel add-in.
Yeah, sure. So hey,
Over to you.
everyone. Yeah, can you hear?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Yeah. So first of all, just a very quick introduction to myself. So I'm Jack, based in Hong Kong. So my team is product specialist team. So we are subject matter experts for Excel, data fit and API delivery. So today's section is focused on Excel, but before I start, I would like to address the question from Alisa. So regarding to get the data in one go for portfolio, so you can do it in the web, and also I can also take this chance to show you how you can get the same data in Excel as well. So let me share my screen. So
Thank you.
let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, Jack. We can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, Nicole deliver generic training to you where how you can build your portfolio and custom view, and that is also relevant in how you can perform this search. For example, just very quickly, if you are looking for specific entity, whether they're rated or whether they are in a specific regions or sector. So again, I'll do it again, I will go to the advanced search for entity so that I will locate this entity by the sector, like Islamic Bank, and then I will also do United Rep, and I will do the geography filter, and I would also do a rating filter. Like you can choose which rated, and then after that you will be seeing all the rated Islamic banks in UAE. And then after that you can actually create a portfolio, say for example Islamic like this. So after you have created a new one, and then you will go to your portfolio. On the top, you see there is a little button here where you can go here, and then you can go into your rated Islamic Bank UAE as an example. So go here, you see there is a little hamburger for more action, and then you go to the custom view. And so now you're entering into a portfolio management view where this portfolio called Rated Islamic Bank UAE, and it contains the entity that you have input into this portfolio. And the second thing you need to do is for example, the data point you want, for example, the total deposit, the deposit net interest margin, long-term interest rating as an example. So you can input as many as you want. So you create new, or you edit the current data point here. So you can add as many as you want. And then after that, and then you need to go back to the page, and then here you have a handy tool where you can download the field year. Like click this button next to the Excel export, and then there is a download button, and then where you can choose to download the last 5 years for the whole year, or interim data or quarterly data. So you can download as the last 5 years, actually it's the last 10-year data if you want. So after that, after you download it, it will look like this. So it will show you this is the rated Islamic Bank in UAE, and then you have the last 5 years, you have the data point. So this is how you work in web. You probably noticed some limitation here is that the data file you download here is first of all is static. So the data here is static every time you download it. So this is fixed in this state. So it's not interactive. So second thing is the format is fixed. So you cannot trust the format, or you need to build your, use the data and build it in your own way. And that's why we will have the Excel in to help you to retrieve the data via Excel in the way that you want to use the data. Say, for example, if I want to show you, if you go to a blank page here, so after you have the FitchConnect add-in installed, and then first of all, you will go to the search. The search means it's actually searching for entity. So XIN is also leveraging the portfolio and custom view that you have already built in the web portal. So it's quite handy. So say, for example, you already have your portfolio like this one, Rated Islamic Bank, and then you have all this, you can leverage it, or you can actually do everything here, like starting to search for the entity from here, and then you can create a portfolio from this page as well. So you can build your template. Say, for example, you can add this entity to the Excel in vertical or in horizontal, layout. Say, if I want to do a vertical one, that means if I click into add to template, you will see the entity is here. But the most important thing is that we want to have this Fitch ID, because this is the unique identifier in order to retrieve the data in our database. So we need to have this. So secondly, we want to have the data point, right? So we will go to the fields. In the field here, it also allows you to leverage the custom view that you have already built in the web portal. So
Excuse me.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Just a quick question. So initially, when you pressed export to Excel, it went to Excel, but you're saying that we could not format that, so we have to come to this. Is that what you said? Because
correct.
Okay, so you can't format that data, or you can format it, or you can't.
You can format it. You can format, but the export format is standard, so you cannot change. You cannot choose your format. Of course, you can download, copy and paste the data, put it in different way. But this is a standard format for export. So we do not have any other option where you can, I download this in vertical, horizontal. No,
right,
so you have to copy and paste. But in Excel, you can do it. Anything that you would like to have. So let me go back to here. Say, for example, you want to have the entity in horizontal, the data point in vertical is also feasible. So you can change the layout here. For example, if I go to custom view, and I will get the data point, custom view that I just built. I believe is somewhere here. What's that? So I will put it in horizontal in this time. So when it is in horizontal, you see it this way. Like in this example, we want to have this code, because it's kind of the unique code as well. We call it the mnemonic. So that's why you have the entity ID, and you have the mnemonic for this entity and this data points. Then you will start building it like, say, for example, don't worry about this code. I will show you how you can get a guideline, a quick guide where you can learn how to use it. It's very handy. It's just a few logical, syntax. So first of all, you call FitchConnect.entity ID, and then Fitch entity ID F, and then I would like to use this Fitch entity ID, and then secondly, I would like to have the data point. So by doing this, then you can retrieve the data. So I want to show you the most basic one at first, and then later you can add on more things like the years of the data and something else. So first of all, you so when you build this, so the good thing is that anytime when you open this Excel, you just need to refresh it. The data will be the most updated data. So so this is the first step where you can start retrieving data via Excel. But how we can do more thing like I want to add more at the year, and then want to compare the year and more data point, and I want to add more content into it. So first of all, you need to input the year. The year is just like this, and then if you want to get the full year, so far it's like okay. First of all, we will have this, and then let's do it again. So fc.ed fetch, and then you're getting this code, and then second logic is the mnemonic. So first of all, we need to have the fetch ID. Secondly, we need to have the data point. Thirdly, we want to have the years, and then you close it, press Control Shift Enter to get this array data, because this is you're getting an array data. So you need to press Control Shift Enter at the same time. So now you know that you're getting the data for 222. But as long as you change the year, like say for example 221, and then the data will be automatically refreshed.
Okay.
Or in some other use cases, if we want to see the data in one go, like for the last 5 years, then you can also build it in the same way. But like this, you need to do it. Do a little bit more stuff because you want to see everything in the same page. Then you need to have the same code and with the different year. So just go here, just go to the code, and then you can manipulate it. Like you can just move it, and then press Control Shift Enter, and then the data will be automatically refreshed. Of course, some formatting you can change it like this. And then there are some other way you can do. For example, if you want to see the data in a million or a billion or thousand, so you can add more thing like if the data is absolute values, not ratio, then you can add in like as many as one. Like for example, if want to get in a million data, then you can change it. But yeah, this is not applicable to the non-financial, non-absolute value financial data. So you have to use a different query for a single data. So this is how it works actually. So it's quite powerful, and performance is quite good at the moment, meaning it does not take a lot of time to retrieve all this data. So I just want to quickly show you how you can get help in using this tool. So first of all, if you go to FitchConnect, on the top right corner, you see this little question mark here. And then you need to get is the in quick start guide. So it gives you a step-by-step, guide how you can, retrieve the data. But I have another, I prepare another Excel, file where I usually use it to demo to some client. So if you find it helpful, I can also share with you so that you can have a better, quick starter. So say for example, yeah, sure. So say for example, like in this page, I have example for 2 banks, and then they have different currency, different day, different accounting standard, consolidations, meaning the financial data would be different if you apply different accounting standard and consolidation type. So the logic will be for single data retrieval. It is like you need to have the identifier, which is the Fitch entity ID. And then the short form is just F. The long form is Fitch ID. And then you have the second criteria is the data mnemonic, where you can find it in the field here to locate the data. So I just take this chance to show you one more time, just in case. So when you open the fields here, other than that, you can use the portfolio. You can actually search here by typing keyword, or you can browse down to the financial, say profit margins. You can use it, or you can like total access bank. So if you know this name, you can apply it into here. So you can search by keyword for the data point, and then you have the data mnemonic where you can use it to retrieve data. And then the third criteria will be the day. So we just use it the day in our example. But you can also apply accounting standard and consolidation type if you have a preference. If you do not apply this, it will be default. The default accounting standard and consolidation. So when you apply this, and then you'll be able to retrieve the data. And then in Excel, it also allow you a way. If you right click on the data, you just retrieve the data. You can see the PDF filing, original filing. You can also view the calculation, which is the audit trail, how we come up with this data. So it does allow you a lot of way where you can verify this data. So you can download the original statement. You can see the data breakdown step by step.
Right,
and
just
then,
one question. With regards to
sure.
the fact that you said that you could see how something's been calculated, because I was a little confused, because when you talk about net interest margin, for example, in Islamic banks, there should be no interest. So I'm sure instead of interest, they're taking some other figure. So how would I know how they're calculating that figure?
Yeah. So the calculation is here. So if you see, okay, so if you go back to the web, right? So let me show you one of the example. I just use one of the bank here. So it does give you some, like if you go into here, you click into here. So each data point here, you see it is blue. That means we provide data transparency, where you can see all the breakdown of the data points.
Right, okay. So we've got net interest income over here. This is for Islamic banks, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah. So the data for this one is total access. So that's why if you go here, it show you the how we come up with the total access for this this bank, Citigroup. Yeah, total access here.
Okay. Right.
So next one for the non-financial value. So you do not need to have the accounting standard consolidation. So you can just up to the year, you can still get the previous rating data, for example. And exchange rate, you can apply exchange rate. Say if you have different bank from different country and they have different original currency, and then you can use a currency applying in the mnemonic in order to get data in that specific currency. And also we allowed you have the if error function. So because in some example, like for example, if I want to get batch data here, it is sometimes we have some case that we do not have data because of the accounting standards. So we may not have the data, but we can use the if error function in order to we remove that something that we do not want to see. Say, for example, if we do not have the fc.if error function, it will show you something like this. Because if you see this example, you get this is become no data. This is no data because in my syntax, I'm getting the accounting standard for US GAAP and consolidation. But for Barclays, they do not have this accounting standard. So that means it is returning the no data. So in this case, if you still want to do it in single query, you want to use the FT if data, and then you can define whether if error give you a dash or give you a blank page. And then other than the financial data, you can also use in to get the shareholding, corporate hierarchy, director, etc., corporate corporate data. So just want to know if do you have this need to get corporate data?
Not really, not at this level, but maybe going forward. No, we don't. Not now. We're not
Okay,
looking at
sure.
corporate data.
Okay, no problem. So I just going to go to the next step. So when you know how to use the logic here, we just learned about the logic here, then you can actually create a template and you can input this data point, and then you can set up the year, the format, you can everything you can set up here. And then you can use some drop down in order to change the Fitch ID and currency and so on. And that means when you change the Fitch ID here, all data will be refreshed over here. But say, for example, now I'm looking at HSBC, and then if you build a template here, and then you use another bank, and this one is UAG.com, and then if you I can apply. And then let me see S1018. And then is USAGAP USD. And after that, it will give you, okay, based on this ID, and this is the band name, and then this is the data, and this is how it works actually. So another use case would be if you have a need to look into one or more entity that you want to have a full history of the data. Actually, you can get it as long as you want. Like, for example, for some entity, we will have data up to like 30 years. So if you have this need, you can also build a query. So that means you can, build a table like give it like 30 years, year, and then you can get it in one single query in order to get this data.
Excuse me.
So,
is there any possibility of doing a comparison? For example, if we're looking at Islamic banks and conventional banks. So from what I've seen from you, my first question is already answered, because I can look at all the Islamic banks. I can select the data points I want, and I can go back 5 years. That's fine. So I could do the same thing for conventional as well. Is there any such thing that you can do a report in which you have conventional and Islamic, and you have like 3 data points for the last 5 years? Or will I have to make 2 separate, run 2 separate reports? Or you think it can be done in which there's a segregation? So for example, if I have a list of 10 banks, 5 are Islamic, 5 are non-Islamic, could I get all the data points at one time with the years? You can do that.
Definitely. Yeah. So this is feasible. For example, here it is not limited to a specific type of bank. It actually for all banks, all entity that you can find. So say, for example, if you add in any other banks here, you can actually label this, for this category is Islamic bank, and some other category is other bank. So let me take this chance to show you some of our standard template. So FitchConnect here, and then if you go to template here, it does provide you some example where you can, probably some standard template will be very handy that you can use it to get the data. So you do not need to build it. For example, you want to do some data analysis for bank, I think the bank peer analysis template would be okay. And if you want to see a full data on a specific bank, a full bank analysis will be relevant. So after you have you open this, like I actually have opened this, like it will give you a quick start guide. Sorry, it's too big. quick start guide, and then give you some step-by-step how you can use it, and then you can choose the preference, like want to have which accounting standard, which currency as a preference, and then you can build your portfolio. Say in this case, you can add in all entity that is relevant to you, like Islamic bank or other type of bank here. And then you can define your peer group. Say this one is an Islamic bank, and then it will count for you. And then in the entity wheel here, and then you will see all the. If you choose the specific bank here, it will give you all the data, for this bank. And then you can also go to the peer analysis page, where it give you the peer analysis for the portfolio, for the peers that you define here in the first page, portfolio page. And then we give you the data comparison for the rating data, for the financial data, and it will just give you a comparison here. So I think this one would be quite good, if you want to do some analysis.
So it seems that it has some data charts over there as well. So in the peer analysis, they've actually given that as well.
Yeah, correct. So it gives you some chart as well for some data point.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah. So let me quickly go back to this and run down the rest of the function that I want to cover. So basically that is the logic, but it could be quite powerful. You can build up a table with multiple year and entity, and then you can do a lot of stuff in Excel. So I would suggest if you want to start using Excel quickly, the template library will be a very good option for you to start using it. And then if you want to learn more about how to build a query, I would strongly suggest to look into the document, Excel in Quick Start Guides. And then after this section, I will also send you this file where you can start quickly to understand the logic. And I hope you will find it helpful.
Great, thank you so much. And with regards to the template, so I have a standard template, and if I want to put my own data, for example, if I'm looking at UAE or something like that, can I tweak the template as well? Can I change the data or the data points in the template, or is that standard? If I'm doing a peer-to-peer analysis, for example.
Yeah, it really depends on the template, because we have some template where you can manage your portfolio. At the same time, you can also manage your data point, so that it's a combination where you can update the portfolio, and then at the same time, if you change the data point, and then the data will be refreshed. For this bank peer analysis, as what I can see here, the data is quite standard here. So it basically gives you the key financial highlights. So I will suggest, if you have a need that you would like to build up your preferred data point, I will suggest to save it as a custom view. And also you can use your portfolio, so that you can just insert this data, insert the year, and then you can get the data very quickly. Yeah, sure. I think that's what I want to cover, but let me know if you have any questions.
That should be fine, thank you. Just a personal last question, that would be, so do you think this would be, if like it's a starting point, so as I said that we've got, we're comparing conventional and Islamic, and we've got like 3 data points and that's it, and we have to do it for 5 years. In your opinion, would it be easier to do it with the customized, not the templates, but rather the Excel add-in? Or do you think it's as simple to just generate the report you did initially and then just copy paste? I mean, what do you think would be a more effective?
Yeah, I think it's very easy to use the portfolio plus the custom view. If you want to, so if your use case is that you do not have, for example, you do not have any specific requirement on the format, so you just want to have the data, and then I think it's good enough to create a portfolio. with the limit of the portfolio is 500, and the limit of the custom view is 50, right? 50 data point for one specific custom view. If your entity and the data point is within this limit, I would suggest it will be quite easy to build a portfolio, and then you go to a custom view so that you can download the last 10 years data in one go.
All right, fine. So if I'm going by what you just said, that would basically be in the fundamental data analytics, right? So I go over there, I pick my country, and from there I select the years. Just a quick recap. So you were saying go to fundamental data analysis. That's where it is. Right.
Yep. So correct. You go to the portfolio, and then you have for example, this row is the custom view that I built. So for example, this specific custom view, you can add up to 50, and then the entity you can add up to 500, and then you can download the last 10 years. So if this capability is within your requirement, I think it would be good enough to just download the data from the web.
Perfect. And so when you're picking up these custom views which you picked up, how did you add them to your portfolio? I mean, for example, over here you have your deposits and everything. If I wanted to add something or delete something, how did you change the custom view? For example, like you picked deposits. If I want to add something else, where do you do that from?
Yeah. So just in the portfolio page here, you can go to other portfolio, and you can go to other custom view, and you can, so if you go into a specific custom view and you can edit it, go to this little edit button, and then you can edit the custom view, and then you can delete and you can add more. Here you can even like move it, like if you want to put it in this first and this second, you can want to delete it, and then you can add more here. Just search for the data point and add it into here.
Okay, right, okay. And this entire thing, is it on Make Portfolio? Is that what the heading was? Where did you? How did you enter the screen? So in Fundamental Data Analytics, where did you go?
Yep, I would suggest you go directly from the top right corner. You see there is a little button just next to the bell.
Yep.
Here is a portfolio page. So you go here, you will see all the portfolio you created.
Okay.
So go here, see all the portfolio, and then go to a specific portfolio. On the right hand side, you see there is an option for more action. You just go to custom, and then you will enter into a custom view page. Yep, here you go.
Right, okay, fine. That's fine, thank you. I understand what you did, that's fine. And with regards to creating the portfolio, so on the right, when you went into portfolios in the right tab, there was an option to right click and create portfolio, right? If I haven't missed anything. So because
to create a,
yeah. Sorry?
Yeah, I think there is a few ways where you can create a portfolio. The most efficient way I would suggest you go to Advanced and then Advanced Entity. So here it will give you the filter where you can go to a specific type of bank, and then if you feel good here, just select all, and then you can create a portfolio here.
Right. Okay. Perfect. That's it. Thank you so much.
No worries. So I know like today you have a lot of things to digest, but don't worry. If you have any question, just feel free to ask a follow-up question. We'll make sure to get back to you.
Great. Thank you so much. It was very informative, very helpful.
No worries. So Nicole, that's what I want to cover.
Thank you very much, Jack. It's very informative. Does anyone have any questions for us?
Yeah. Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah. For me, I want to refer him back to the Excel. How can you get that Excel, the one he was using?
Yeah, I
Or the
think
Excel
generally.
file.
Yeah, Jack, would you like to take the question? But generally, you need to download the Excel from our FitchConnect. You install it in your laptop, then you should be able to access the Excel add-in. Is that right, Jack?
Jack, you are
Jack, you're
muted.
on mute.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't, aware. So here on the right-hand side, go to the support page, and then you see on the right-hand side, we have the latest installation file where you can download it and install.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Excuse me, will we get a recording of this session? Because if we want to refer back to it.
Yes. I'll provide the recording right after the session.
Thank you so much, Noor.
No worries.
Yeah, since we are on this page, Jack, would you mind click the question mark? I want to show them where to find the user guide. Yes.
Yep,
so
sure.
basically, yeah, you can click the question mark, and from this page, you can find the user guide that shows you how to create portfolio, how to set up alert. Okay, maybe I can share my screen.
Okay, I close my sharing.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, so this is if you click the question mark on the top, this is our support page. From here, you can see that we have the user guide of Navigator, Interactive, credit research alerts, and portfolio creation and peer analysis. After this session, since I will send email to all of you, I'll include this documents for your reference just in future. If you forget how to set up alert, create a portfolio, you can just refer to those documents. Okay, so that's what I want to highlight to all of you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, I'll hand it back to Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, correct. Any other question from the floor?
I think I've asked quite a lot today.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, if there's no further questions, we can end for today's session. So if let's say you have any further question after this, it's either you can directly contact Fitch, or you may send an email to me, and I'll try to get someone from Fitch to respond to your questions. Is that okay?
That'd be great, Jazakallah.
Okay,
No
great.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So I'll provide the recording. It's either by end of today or on Monday. Is that okay? Or you need it urgently?
If we could get it maybe by, I don't know, I wanted to work on the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, if possible. If not, then it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
All right, okay. I'll try my best to get it done as soon as I can. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you once again to Nicole and Jack for taking your time to assisting us with today's session. I truly appreciate that. Thank you for those who attending for today's session. Thank you so much. And hope to see you guys again in another session. Thank you, and have a nice day. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Thanks,
weekend
everyone.
ahead.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.